You see these talented canines on TV helping cops catch bad guys or sniffing out illegal substances. But did you know that these well-trained dogs also serve an important role during search and rescue missions? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be looking at the amazing work that military dogs do when they are catching criminals. If you love dogs, then you're going to adore this video. When disaster strikes, whether it's a collapsed building, a damaged dam, or a flooded city, time is of the essence. The first few minutes are crucial for the survival of those trapped beneath the rubble or in the rising waters. And if there's one thing that can get to a disaster zone quickly and locate survivors, it's a dog. A good boy with a keen sense of smell can easily sniff out a human scent under tons of debris where it would take humans hours to find them. So let's have a look at what goes on behind the scenes. How are these furry heroes trained to save lives? What skills do they need to be successful in such dangerous situations? And how do they deal with the stress of such traumatic incidents? Let's dive into this Feel Good Friday video. Before we begin, we'd like to thank all the brave military dogs and their trainers for their service. Your hard work and dedication do you and go unnoticed, and we appreciate everything you do to keep us safe. Military dogs are trained to perform a variety of tasks, from detecting explosives and narcotics to tracking missing persons and apprehending suspects. However, perhaps their most important role is that of search and rescue, where they use their keen sense of smell and courage to find survivors in the aftermath of a disaster. In order to become a search and rescue dog, a canine must first undergo rigorous training. This includes learning how to navigate through rubble, locate victims, and stay calm in the presence of danger. Canines are typically trained to detect human scent through a combination of positive reinforcement and repetition. They are rewarded with treats and praise when they successfully identify a scent, which helps them associate the behavior with positive outcomes. In addition to scent work, canines are also trained in obedience, agility, and first aid so that they can follow commands and perform tasks even in the most challenging environments. This training can take months or even years to complete, and only the most intelligent and trainable canines are selected for search and rescue missions. Those who succeed go on to become valuable assets to their team, capable of saving countless lives. Now that we've covered some basics, let us move on to the nitty-gritty of how these well-trained pups are prepared for disaster scenarios. Military dogs used in search and rescue operations are typically trained in one of two ways, either through formal obedience or by mimicking real-life situations. Formal obedience involves teaching the dog to follow a series of commands, such as sit, stay, and come, as well as more complex tasks, such as searching for hidden objects or people. By following these commands, the dog is able to assist its handler in carrying out search and rescue operations efficiently and effectively. On the other hand, scenario-based training involves putting the dog in situations that mimic real-life search and rescue operations. This can include searching through rubble, collapsed buildings, or other disaster areas. This type of training allows the dog to practice its skills in a realistic environment and learn how to respond to different situations. Both formal obedience and scenario-based training are essential for preparing a military dog for search and rescue operations. The dog must be able to follow commands and also be able to think on its feet and adapt to different situations. Through a combination of these two training methods, military dogs are able to become highly skilled and effective search and rescue animals. Now, you're probably wondering, what breeds of dogs are typically used for search and rescue missions? And the answer is usually large and in charge. That is, because these dogs need to be strong enough to navigate through rubble and move large objects if necessary. But don't worry, they're not just brawn and no brains. These dogs are also incredibly smart and quick learners. That's why they can be trained to perform complex tasks and follow a series of commands. Labrador Retrievers, German Shepherds, and Belgian Malinois are some of the most popular breeds used for search and rescue due to their strength, intelligence, and trainability. However, other breeds such as Boxers, Doberman Pinschers, and Giant Schnauzers are also commonly used. Ultimately, the best breed for search and rescue is one that is strong, intelligent, trainable, and has a strong sense of smell. When a disaster strikes, military dogs are often among the first responders on the scene. Their ability to locate survivors quickly and efficiently is invaluable in these situations. So let's say a building has collapsed. The dog will be deployed along with its handler to the site of the disaster. The dog's primary responsibility is to find survivors who may be trapped under the rubble. To do this, the dog will use its keen sense of smell to sniff out the scent of human beings through small cracks in the debris. Once the dog locates a survivor, it will bark and paw at the rubble to alert its handler, who will then work to free the survivor from the wreckage. In addition to their search and rescue duties, military dogs are also trained to perform other tasks at disaster sites. For example, they may be asked to search for hazardous materials or to help locate victims in areas that are too dangerous for humans to enter. As you can imagine, being a military dog in a disaster zone can be a stressful and dangerous job. These brave canines are often exposed to traumatic scenes and may be injured or killed in the line of duty. That is why it is so important to ensure that they are well trained and equipped to handle these situations. Military dogs used in search and rescue operations undergo rigorous training to prepare them for the physical and psychological demands of the job. This includes learning how to navigate through rubble and other debris, locate victims, and stay calm in the presence of danger. Additionally, these dogs must be in peak physical condition to perform their duties effectively. This means that they need to be strong and agile enough to move through difficult terrain and lift heavy objects if necessary. Their handlers also play an important role in ensuring that the dogs are well equipped for the task at hand. This includes providing them with the necessary tools such as GPS devices and first aid kits. In addition to physical preparation, military dogs also need to be mentally prepared for the emotional toll that search and rescue work can take. This means that they need to be trained to remain calm and focused in the face of danger, and to be able to cope with the stress of dealing with traumatic situation. Overall, the success of any search and rescue operation depends on the careful planning and preparation of both the dogs and their handlers. With the right training, equipment, and mindset, these brave canines can make a real difference in the aftermath of a disaster. It takes a lot of work to get these highly trained dogs ready for action, but it's all worth it when they're able to save lives. We salute the bravery and dedication of these four-legged heroes and their human counterparts who risk their lives every day to help others. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a comment below about your favorite dog breed and why. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.